NBC is being accused of editing CJ Stroud's post-game interview, cutting out CJ thanking Jesus Christ. So in a side-by-side, one edit, he says before the speech, first and foremost, I want to thank Jesus Christ. And then in the edit after, it goes straight to the post-game question. So what do you think about the accusations and the videos circulating around of both of the edits?
Let's go first.
Man, this is a real interesting one because I would first start by saying that he has the right to voice who he gives his credit to. It's like somebody asking you, why were you able to perform at such a high level? Some people may say it's because of Allah, or some people may say, even if it wasn't a religion, they may say, my mother did this for me. I think to try to redirect anybody's praise or credit is just horrifically wrong, because that's who they got the strength from. If you like the performance, pause, or what they were able to do, they're telling you how they were able to find that fortitude, how they were able to do this. But I just think that when you're on certain platforms, they try to control who you even give the credit to, because if you give credit to something that's outside of what they desire that credit to go towards, then it'll have more people looking in that direction. And I think that's the thing, is just we're just looking at a world that kind of don't respect God in the form of Jesus or that. Because if he would have said Allah or anything else, they wouldn't have had a problem with it. It just was a problem because he was speaking on a platform that pretty much did not want the name of Jesus really edified. And because he's a athlete, another side of that is that we don't have you here for Jesus. So that's going to be their argument. We don't want to know about Jesus. We want to know about your physical, athletic ability and how you was able to do that physically and athletically, and leaving all of religion out. So it seemed like the only time people want to leave that out is when it comes to Christianity, because they look at Christianity as a softer religion. They look at Islam and those other religions as something that they have to respect. But that's where I would take that and conclude that.
It's a great take. That was really a great take. And that's why I wanted you to go first, because you know better than anybody else about this particular topic. What I'll add in and say is that censorship is real no matter what it is. And no disrespect, I'm not even talking about religion. I'm talking about what they want you to hear. What they want you to hear. I remember I did 60 Minutes. And I was like, I'm not fucking with snitches, this, that, and the third. And if a murderer been live by my house, I'll move. They chopped that shit up so bad that I said about, so basically I did an interview years ago on 60 Minutes, and I was saying I'm not fucking with snitching, people who snitch. And
yeah, I remember that interview.
Right, but they chopped it up to, Anderson Cooper and 60 Minutes crew chopped it up to what they wanted to chop it up to. They didn't put in the part that I was saying that telling doesn't necessarily lead to a conviction. So you're in the neighborhood, a rough neighborhood, doesn't matter if it's Harlem or California or fucking Washington, D.C., whatever. They tell you to tell, and you really don't have any knowledge of the case that goes on. And I'll say what I said to them, being that they never aired it.
Yeah.
I said that you go and say you're a little kid and you see something happen. Or not a little 15, 16-year-old, you see something happen. And because you testify, that doesn't mean you're going to get a guilty verdict. Now, the people that you told on it, which you had nothing to do with this situation, you have to go face them every day. And they didn't get convicted, but you went and told on them for some shit that had nothing to do with you. Now you're the tattletale, you're the snitch, or you're the whatever. It's consequences behind doing things, and you still have to go back to that same neighborhood. I'm not sitting here saying today, as a grown man, if you have to go tell as an older lady or an older man or something else, cool. But a lot of times, if you're stuck in a neighborhood, an urban neighborhood, and you had nothing to do with the situation and you may want to help, I get that. But that doesn't mean you're going to get 100% conviction. And now you got to look these same killers or robbers or whatever you want to tell in the face because you didn't get convicted. Same thing like what I was saying also, and I said that they had the blue shield. The cops don't tell on each other. The cops do a bunch of foul shit to civilians or citizens and beat the shit out of them. Like, imagine if, and I know this is older as well, and y'all could Google this, imagine it wasn't any surveillance, and them cops didn't even get convicted after that anyway, but imagine it wasn't any footage of Rodney King getting beat up by 15, 16 cops. If it wasn't any footage of that, it would have been like, yo, he tripped and fell. That's how he broke his arm, his neck, his leg, his knees, his teeth is out. He just fell down some stairs. That's how it goes. So I just wanted to clear that up because 60 Minutes botched my whole shit up to make it seem like, oh, Cam's just crazy. They didn't put any of the points that I said behind, any substance behind the points that I said. But it's nobody else better to talk about this particular topic than Mace. And I'll leave that at that. I think he summed it up really well.